So this ramen is going to have an island fare. It's going to be cooked with spam, like Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Cuba, whatever. Island fare. And I know what some of you are going to say. Typically, those of you that live in the mainland United States, oh, that's nasty, spam. And you say that because when you are in a disaster, you're not going to go hungry. You jump in your car and you can drive hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from the disaster, have your steak. People from the islands, we had to survive when we're in the islands and we face disaster. We cannot jump in the car and drive across the ocean to the mainland. We had to survive. We're resilient. And that's why I have a lot of respect for spam. I don't like it, but I have it for emergencies and I want to teach you guys, in case you're an emergency too, or how to do it in a way that you reduce salt and other things and make it delicious. And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. So the first thing I'm going to cook is the spam. And what I did is I washed them to get the salt, to dilute the salt somewhat. And I cut them in small slices. So I'm going to put some oil to cook them. And I'm going to use sesame oil. You don't have to put a lot, just put enough. Medium high. Take them out of the water. See how thin they are? The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some mini sweet peppers, or you can use bell peppers. I'm going to have some mushroom, and I'm going to have some ginger, which I cut fresh, and I mince. And I'm going to saute these babies. And do this for about 2 or 3 minutes. After a minute or two, they got a nice color. Put them aside. Now you have a pot. Mine is relatively small because I'm only making this for me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer the veggies, ginger, and some of the oil. And I'm going to add some soy sauce, it's about 1/4 cup. I'm adding some mirin, same amount. And to move things around a little bit, so I use mirin, soy sauce, few seconds of mixing them up together. And what I'm going to do, you can either add water or beef stock or vegetable stock too. I'm going with the beef. 3, maybe 4 cups. And at medium heat, you're going to let this cook for several minutes until it's warm and nice. As my broth is heating up and getting those flavors, what I'm going to do is start cooking the noodles. And I have this nice rice ramen, like they say in Japan, noodles. But I wanted to show you what else I have here. I have some cilantro, bok choy, green onions. And I have my ramen egg. I actually have a couple, which I prepared about maybe 4 or 5 hours ago. Link in the description on how to prepare these babies to perfection. So when I put the noodles here, one thing I did, I put a little bit of oil, just a few drops, so they can, break out and break down and do their thing. So once you take the noodles out, put them aside. And I like to get the bok choy and put in the same water. And I put it there for about maybe 15 seconds, just to get them a little bit nice and soft and a nice color. Now it's time to feed the bees. I have the noodles, cilantro. I even have a pineapple just in case I go frisky. Bok choy, green onions, the eggs. Look how pretty it looks. The spam and the broth. Let's put this baby together. Noodles first. Isn't that beautiful? Then we go with the broth. Make sure you put those vegetables there too. Nice, huh? Vegetables. And if you don't want to put the whole thing, just cut it and add a piece. Doesn't have to be fancy. The egg, some of the green stuff. You can add your spam, cilantro, and you know the drill. Just make it pretty. Oh, and you can add the pineapple if you want to.